Well, welcome, sports fans, TV 17. It's nighttime, and Jim, a good night to be in the press box.
Well, I got to tell you something. These are some rough conditions tonight, Larry. The wind is blowing, it's cold, it's raining, and the field doesn't look great. So this is going to be one of those games where you have to hold on to the football. You have to play fundamentally solid football from beginning to end if you want to win this football game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But, I mean, we've been calling Kaneland football for a long time, and I got to think Tom Federle is going to continue to put the ball in the air.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to change his way of calling a game that much, but he may have to go a little conservative. I think he'll probably see what happens. But Marchuk had a good game last week, and then the relief came in later in the game because we had such a big lead. But this should be an interesting night just because of the weather.
Yeah, not only that, in comes a 1-1 Rich Central team that Kaneland's never seen. We don't know much about, but, you know, they played some good competition. Plainfield East, I believe, opening week. And, you know, it's just going to come down to big plays and special teams and turnovers.
Yeah, fundamentals, Larry. I mean, we talk about it over and over and over again. Holding on to the football, not committing penalties.
Well, it's going to be an interesting that is for sure. So stay with us here after this for the kickoff.
20 years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
What are all these people running from? They're not running from, they're running to. They're running to places like Hudson Style and Sugar Grove to buy TV 17 coupons. They're also running to the Purple Store in Caneville and Diamond Lube and Oil in Hinckley. You better run and join them because TV 17 has the hottest coupons in town.
Welcome, sports fans, TV 17. It's Friday Night Lights, Kaneland style. This is Larry Brassfield here with Jim Gust. Week 3 of the IHSA 2014 football season. The Knights have won the toss and will be receiving in the west end zone. So, Jim, we were watching in warm-ups, and you said this Rich Central team looks like they really came prepared to play.
Yeah, they're pretty fired up. It'll be interesting to see how they actually that translate onto the
short kick. Sorry to jump on you there, but the short kick not fielded. Finally, a Kaneland player jumped on it about the 25.
The ball was loose on the ground there for what seemed to be just an extremely long time.
Yeah, I don't think that pooch kick was by design, but rather dangerous. I think the Knights dodged a bullet out of the chute.
Hopefully that's not a sign of things to come. The field looks like it's in pretty rough shape. It's very, very wet, and feels like winter out there tonight.
Sure does. Pitch to Paulson out of the backfield. Tackled for no gain, a shift in formation. Kind of an interesting play that I don't know we've seen here.
Yeah, it was just a quick pitch out to the right there, but the Rich Central, the Olympians were all over that. They show some nice speed to the sideline there and shut that play down with really very, very little to no gain.
Visiting Olympians come out with a four-man defensive front. Marchuk with plenty of time in and out of the hands of Connor Federle will bring up 3rd and long.
You're going to have to really, really concentrate on the football as a receiver tonight. That was looked like a well-thrown ball and just went right through the hands.
Connor Federle had a big game last week with 10 receptions, tallying 120 yards and at least a couple touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Marchuk threw for a total of 4 in their big 49-6 win over Marshall. Marchuk rolling left on the run, complete just across the 30, but will be a couple yards short of the first down, bringing up 4th and short.
He definitely took what it looked like to me a little extra time to make sure he caught that ball before he started running with it. But that little hesitation gave the Rich Central team some time to react, and Kaneland's going to have to punt.
Marchuk will fall back into punting formation, handles the high snap, juggles it. He's going to run, making his way to the right sideline. Looks like he picks up the first down.
Yeah, it looked like he decided right away, I'm not kicking this thing, and took off to the right and was very fortunate to get to the first down marker, as the pursuit again was good by Rich Central, but nice job there by Marchuk, taking a broken play and turning it into a first down, keep the drive alive.
Well, and you called it exactly. Just made the quick decision that, hey, I'm not going to have time to get a punt off, so went ahead and ran for it. Paulson flanking Marchuk in the running back position. You fake the inside handoff, keeps it up the middle for a few.
It's a nice job there of sleight of hand, as almost like an option quarterback there, where he tucks it in and then pulls it back out. And good thing he did, because Paulson was smothered in the backfield.
Tackled there by number 78, Gerald Robinson, the defensive tackle, one of the bigger linemen on the field. 2nd and 7, quarterback keep off the right tackle. Out near the first down marker, will bring up 3rd and short.
Yep, decent forward progress there after the Rich Central team met up with them and pushed them back, but in a manageable 3rd down position here, Larry.
Well, and we wondered about the play calling given the elements, and Coach Federley making a concerted effort to establish a run game here, and the Knights doing a good job with that here on this series. Marchuk again up the middle, right across midfield, picks up the first down.
Good job there by the offensive line, giving him just a little bit of space there, and a good push on that Rich Central defensive line gave him enough to get across for the first down. And this quarterback keeper seems to be working pretty well here early on.
You know, and we talked about that last week, that would really be something that we would hope to see in the evolution of the young Jake Marchuk era at quarterback here. Not a designed run, but flush from the pocket as nobody was open. Tackled for no gain.
Yep, that's as he gains more experience here. That may be one he might want to just throw away for a couple of reasons. Just, you don't know if you're going to fumble that ball in the backfield, some fluke play, but he did manage to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, and this Rich Central Olympian team coming off a 9-2 campaign in Class 6A last year, made it to the playoffs, won a game. So, a strong program. That's complete to Green on the crossing pattern out near the 40-yard line.
Yeah, he threaded the needle on that one, and Green, good job concentrating on the catch there, picking up some nice yardage again in a manageable 3rd down situation.
And look at this, the Knights quickly to the line of scrimmage. Marchuk calling the play off the wristband. Green's going to stay in the backfield and flank him there. Quarterback keep off the right tackle into the secondary, all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
Some tough running there by Marchuk, and one of the things I noticed there is he really sort of let the blocking develop in front of him, and nice job there by the Knights offensive line. Numbers on the right side there, number 77. Larry, help me out with some of these names here. 77.
That is
right
Tristan Kinder.
Yeah, Kinder, and then
and Hammermeister at the right guard
and
position.
then even Kevin Fuchs in there at the at the tight end position just opened up a nice hole there for Marchuk.
Marchuk off the right end.
Not a lot happening there on that run. I'm sort of feeling the middle a little more here in this game than the outside, at least early on here. He's had some success going right up the gut.
Well, and Rich Central showing some real good quickness defensively. And, you know, you mentioned the Knight offensive line really kind of asserting themselves. I got to agree with you. To stay inside the tackles may be the better way to go.
Well, especially when the field conditions are rough, the less you have to sort of cut back, I think, is going to benefit you.
Swing pass to Paulson in the left flat. Makes the first man miss, picks up the first down, tackled down about the 10-yard line.
Yeah, nifty piece of running there after he caught the ball at the backfield, sort of a sideways, almost a lateral there by Marchuk. And Paulson secured it and made a couple of nice little moves there to pick up the first down. He's a crafty little player.
Really does remind me of a Wes Welker type of player. Three receivers to the right. Marchuk keeps it off the left side. Nice push again. And an impressive opening drive that all started with Marchuk, right, making the decision to run off the high snap on the punt.
Yeah, what was going to be a turnover on downs with a punt has turned into a fairly long, extended drive here, mainly with the ball kept on the ground. A couple of passes mixed in there.
Second and 8 from the 8. Marchuk again keeping it up the middle. Tough sledding there.
Tried a spinorama, but Rich Central has stood him up, and not a lot of room on that play. Might force the Knights into a passing situation here on a third down.
Yeah, surprised he was in it, but that's it. Third down, right? Yeah, third and about 6.
3rd and 6 at the Rich Central, actually it's at the Rich Central 6-yard line.
3rd and 6 from the 6. Kaneland taking their time.
4-down territory. I was going to just say the same thing, Larry. They better hurry up. They may be taking too much time here. Yep. Yep, that just took way too long to develop, and lo and behold.
So they save a penalty by calling a timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Kubota RTVs have been the best-selling diesel utility vehicles in North America for the past 10 years, and now they're even better. Introducing the new X-Series RTVs from Kubota. They're redesigned, rugged, and ready. Right now, get 0 down and 0% APR financing for up to 48 months during Kubota's Gear Up and Go sales event. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Welcome back, high school football fans. Week 3 of the 2014 season. It's the Castle Bank Challenge, and with the opening drive, the Kaneland Knights are on the drive. 3rd and 6 from the Rich East 6. Marchuk deep to the end zone. Nearly intercepted, finally falling incomplete.
Unfortunate. He had Paulson down there in the corner of the end zone, and by golly, they're going to bring in the field goal team here. But that ball did make it to Paulson. He didn't corral it. Somehow made it to him.
Well, and the ball fluttered, I think, and hung in the air a little bit, and so with that he mistimed his jump. So for what I believe will be his first field goal attempt of the season, junior kicker Drew Franklin from the left hash. This will be a 25-yard attempt. Marchuk will hold. Spot is down, the kick is up, and it is good.
Nicely done. There was a little problem with the hold there, but he was able to get it down. Nice job by Marchuk, and the Knights are on the board.
Out to an early 3-0 lead. Back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
What are these people running from? They're not running from, they're running to. They're running to places like Sheer Image Salon in Elburn to buy TV 17 coupons. They're also running to the Farmers Insurance Office in Hampshire, as well as Pegs on Main in Maple Park. Join the crowd and buy TV 17 coupons.
Well, the Kaneland Knights took the opening kickoff and drove 75 yards, capped with a 25-yard field goal by Drew Franklin. Kick fielded just inside of the 5. That's number 10, Deshaun Kelly on the return, showing some quickness.
Yep.
So the Rich Central Olympians will start from their own 23-yard line. Quarterback number 8, DeQuan Ritchie, in a pistol formation. Give off the left end. Good penetration by the Knight defense. A host of defenders there. Whistle dead.
Yeah, that's a good start for the defense. You always want to make that first play on your first attempt on defense there, and they got some good penetration, which was the key to that play being successful, was getting through that initial contact and breaking up their line of blocking.
Kind of interesting, the quarterback went all the way to the sideline for the play, comes in and relays it to the rest of the offensive squad in a power eye pistol left formation. They shifted around. And it looks like they may not have got that off in time.
Nope, that's a delay of game signaled by the back judge there, who keeps the play clock time on the field.
Well, and I mentioned the fact that the quarterback goes to the sideline for the play, and then they relayed it, and then there was a multiple player shift. And
you have to account for all of that numerate. I mean, you just have to account. All of that takes time.
it sure does. Ritchie slings it off to the far side. Nice one-handed catch on the far side, down the sideline, and he is gonna go all the way. That is an 86-yard touchdown pass, complete to number 14, DeQuan Dudley. What a reception, and then how about the speed?
The most impressive thing about the whole play was the fact that he caught the ball. It was a bullet, and he had a leap to grab it, and he caught it really one-handed, and then just absolutely just streaked down the sideline, untouched.
if he doesn't play basketball, he should, because he really looked like he was going up for a rebound.
He did.
And with a big old hand, one-handed grab, and then he shook a tackle, and on his way he was.
He sort of just, it just sort of looked like Kaneland froze once he caught the football, and you can't do that. I mean, you have to attack the football. You have every right to the football as he does, and it just seemed like the Kaneland defense just sort of froze and watched it happen.
So the Kaneland Knights trail 3-6. Back after this here on TV 17.
Many jobs today now require your fingerprints on record before you can be considered for employment. Midwest Fingerprinting of Sugar Grove uses live scan technology to get this done. Live scan is the inkless electronic system to capture fingerprint images in a digitized format that can be transmitted to the Illinois State Police for processing. You need this for all kinds of jobs, including school bus drivers, hospital and nursing home employees, car dealers, scrap metal recycling centers, as well as applicants for concealed carry firearms. Just contact Vic Chrissy at Midwest Fingerprinting at 6 South Main Street and give him a call to set up an appointment.
Welcome back. Kaneland Knight fans kind of shocked after an 86-yard touchdown pass, largely on run by Daquan Dudley. Point after attempt was no good. So the Knights are down by 3, trailing 3-6. Jim, I got to think this is the first time this year these Knights have been trailing.
Yep. On their home field. See how the young team reacts here.
Yeah.
Three receivers to the right. Mitchell Green in the backfield flanking Marchuk out of the shotgun. From their own 32, Marchuk with time, flushed. He's on the run down the left sideline, picks up about 8 yards.
Yep. That play was set up to be a pass all the way, and nothing doing. Rich Central doing a nice job on downfield coverage, and Marchuk took advantage of the opening on the left side and picked up 8.
Well, and we mentioned the team speed that the Olympians have shown. So in coming out with this 4-man front, they're playing a 4-4-3 defense, geared up to face up to this Knight pass-oriented offense.
They're going straight one-on-one on the coverage.
Green off the left side picks up the first down. I'm sorry, that was Marchuk on the keeper. Across the 45-yard line. And you mentioned the success they've had running the interior of the offensive line.
Yeah, so far so good. And he's even had time to throw the ball, but there just hasn't been any receivers open. So tip your hat to the defense for some great coverage early on here.
Pressure evaded. Marchuk gets rid of it. Complete to Green. Just across midfield. Nice low tackle.
Nice job there by Green helping out his quarterback. That was originally sort of a down and out for Green, and then he realized that Marchuk was in trouble and came across the middle helping out his quarterback.
It's big number 78, J.R. Robinson, creating some havoc in the Knight backfield. Now the Knights are looking at 2nd and 4 from the Olympian 48-yard line. Marchuk rolling right. Complete to Connor Federley. Nice job of hanging on.
Yeah, actually, Larry, the defensive coverage was not bad on that. He was right where he should have been, but it was a beautiful running throw by Marchuk. I'm impressed considering the conditions. Laid that one right in there, and Federley made the grab.
First and 10 for Kaneland. The Ridge Central 40-yard.
Clock is running. Under 25 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
One of the quicker quarters that we've seen up in the box here at Peterson Field in quite a while.
In a long time. Marchuk looking left with time. Now running on the right. Hit right near the 35-yard line for virtually no gain, and that concludes the first quarter of play. Knights trail by 3. Back with the second quarter after this here on TV 17.
JR Shooting Sports is your complete shooting sports retail center with a full line of shooting accessories and Winchester ammunition.
We have the widest selection of high-quality over and unders and the knowledgeable sales staff to pick out the right one for you. We carry a wide range of Winchester loads, including pistol shooting, upland bird, and steel for waterfowl.
Try the most reliable ammunition available from Winchester on our computerized shooting range. Visit JR Shooting Sports today, a mile west of the Fox Valley Mall on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora.
Kierhopper Sports in Aurora has the best selection of sporting goods in the Fox Valley. Just name the sport and they have the gear. From baseball bats and baseball gloves to running shoes, as well as a wide assortment of sweats. We have jerseys of all your favorite teams, including the White Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and yes, we also have lots of Bear and Packer items too. Plus, we carry apparel from all of our local high schools. That's Kierhopper Sports on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
So the Kaneland Knights trail by 3. Here to open the second quarter. 2nd and 9 from the 35-yard line. Long pass to the corner. Just overthrown, incomplete.
Too bad the receiver did a nice job getting open there. He had found a seam there in the defense, and he was open. Just a little bit too much mustard on that pass, or we would have been looking at a TD there. Again, the conditions on the field are contributing to little things like that, where maybe Federley would just had that little extra half a step, which is what he needed.
3rd and 9. 3 receivers left. Marchuk stays in the pocket. Now he's flushed and on the run. Good pursuit by the Olympians. Makes the first man miss down the left sideline inside the 20. Picks up the first down.
Yeah, I got to tell you, it looked like he was in big trouble there, Larry, but he made something happen with his feet. And tip your hat to the young man. Looks like Strang's just a little, got a bell rung a little bit there. Let's keep an eye on him. But a nice job there by Marchuk making something out of nothing.
He sure did, and I mentioned the pursuit was there. He made a miss and really showed some good elusiveness down the field. 1st and 10 from the 18, off guard left. Consistently picking up significant gains inside the tackles, Jim.
Yep, nice pickup of about 4 or 5 there by Marchuk. Again, as I commented earlier, go with it until they stop it. The Kaneland offensive line is doing a nice job opening up some holes there in the middle.
Yeah, they really are. And for the most part, giving Jake good time to find receivers as they work to get open. Fake to Aurelio, keep off right end, no gain. Brings up 3rd down.
Didn't fool anybody on that play.
Logan and Hunt for the tackle. Who's up 3rd down.
Yeah, the Knights really showing that read option kind of look of their own.
Also on the play, again, third.
But as you mentioned, no one really bid on the fake.
Nothing doing.
16-yard line.
So Aurelio stays in as the running back. 3 receivers left. Marchuk looking left. Lots of time now. Throwing to the right side. Complete. It's going to bring up 4th and short.
Again, just the play took too long to develop. Aurelio was open right away. And it took him a little while to scan to that side of the field, which I give him credit for doing. He did look at several receivers there, but just took too long to develop.
Well, and I wondered if they would go back to another field goal attempt, and they do as Drew Franklin comes out. Looks like he is going to put his tee down right at the 20-yard line. This will be a 30-yard field goal attempt, which is no given at the high school level, certainly with these conditions. And now the Knights have taken a timeout. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs, and we have 2 locations to serve you in Marengo and in Elburn, and that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street just east of Route 47, and in Marengo you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
What if we told you there's a new utility vehicle out there with the most advanced engine in its class? That it has 3 cylinders with dual overhead cams. That it has 50 horsepower and intense acceleration. Now what if we told you it was a John Deere? Prepare to have your expectations shattered by the all-new Gator XUV 825i.
Stop by Buck Brothers today in Hampshire, Harvard, Libertyville, or Wakanda to see one of the new John Deere Gators.
So the Kaneland Knights came out in field goal formation, took a timeout, come back out in field goal formation. I wondered if they might fake it, but the field goal attempt is up and good from 30 yards out.
All right. Nice job there by number 6. Looked very, very calm, cool, and collected and put it right through.
And we are tied at 6. Back with the kickoff after this here on TV 17.
Attention campers! Attention campers! If you're looking for a new or pre-owner travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacationland in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacationland RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
Welcome back, TV 17 sports fans. We are tied at 6. The Rich Central Olympians field the kick just about the 5-yard line. Return up the right side. Look at the speed. Stepping out of bounds across the 35-yard line. Deshaun Kelly showing some quicks.
Yeah, nice job there by number 10 for the Olympians. Some nifty running there, putting them in some prime starting position here. 37-yard line.
First and 10 at the Rich Central 37-yard line.
The Knights cannot afford to give this team with this kind of speed field position, and they're going to have to tighten up their defensive coverage here.
Very quick moving game as the Olympians scored on their second play from scrimmage, and an 86-yard touchdown pass. There's Kelly on the jet sweep to the left side. And Brandon Kigos on the spot. Big tackle for loss in the Olympian backfield.
Seeing number 51 on the back of the jersey sort of brings back fond memories, Larry.
That's just a number made for a linebacker, and he made a prototypical linebacker play.
He cut through the offensive line like a fillet knife.
That he did. DJ Taylor at quarterback, tackled for another big loss. Ball's on the ground, but will be whistled dead. That was number 75, Andrew Cray, with the penetration. And Taylor just had nowhere to go. Then he lost his footing, and bad things happen.
I'll tell you what, Andrew Cray, he probably feels like a crayfish out there in weather like this tonight.
Boy, you just got fishing on the brain. So third and a country mile, and a flag goes down for a false start, so it's a country mile plus 5 more yards.
No, I'm not saying that.
The Olympians are going to be moved back all the way to their 15-yard line.
Well, you're having sort of a rough go in this series, and then you shoot yourself in the foot with a penalty, which you just can't afford to do, and that's just discipline.
Well, remember, the kickoff was returned to the 37-yard line. Tell you the truth, if I was a coach, I'd go with a quick kick. They fake a screen, evades the first wave of tacklers, but can't get past the second wave, and there's that crayfish again.
He was trolling on that one.
Doing a sack dance, too. He's all kinds of happy.
So that forces Rich Central, who really felt like they had some momentum after that incredible play, that 86-yard touchdown pass. The Knights defense step up tough here on this series.
Connor Federley stands right at the Rich Central 45-yard line, and the punt is high and short and will be touched down at the 33-yard line. Knights will have incredible field position.
It was a high snap, and these conditions are just horrible. I mean, I'm sure it's hard to even hold on to the ball at that point. And you just want to get it away. You're probably not in your normal sort of psyche there when you're punting. So.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail right on the head. He just wanted to get the punt off rather than have it blocked, and with that, put a high floater up. Knights have great field position. Marchuk pressured on the run, picks up yardage up the middle, which will bring up second and short.
That again, just the footing is so bad that he wasn't really able to do too much there in the center of the field. Looked like he had a chance to make a couple of cuts there, and just the feet just weren't able to dig in there. But still, all that being said, a nice pickup there on first down.
You know, he showed some great decision-making in improv situations, you know, first on the punt, but a couple times where he's just tucked it and run. 2nd and 4. Let's give to Aurelio out near the first down marker. You know, and again, credit to the offensive line, Jim, as they continue to make good holes for these guys to run through up the interior.
Yeah, what I've commented prior on was the fact that the Knights seem to be getting themselves in manageable third down situations, which it's tough for a defense to continue to defend when you're in those situations.
This looks like an unbalanced line right. Marchuk under center. Sneaks it off the right guard. Good push. Picks up what he needs and then some.
Marchuk with the keeper.
Yeah, he just kept the sort of the momentum going forward, and nice job there by Marchuk. you know, the quarterback sneak, you're thinking just to maybe a yard or a yard and a half just to get that first down, but he just kept the legs pumping, and he got about 4 or 5 yards out of that.
That used to be one of your favorite play calls back in the day of the Aurora Superstars.
The wedge. Loved it. We picked up a lot of first downs with that play.
Cluster of receivers to the left side. Marchuk with time.
Ooh.
Intended for Green, defended by Deshaun Jones.
Never late to the middle. Isn't that the rule, Blair? That ball, that would have been 6 points. Marchuk
Yeah.
very fortunate that that was not picked off. And that's just a situation where you'll learn that it's okay to either take a sack or just run the ball and get what you can out of it.
Yeah, because you've got linebackers who are reading those eyes.
You got it.
Yep, looking to step under and pick it. Paulson motions out of the backfield. Marchuk right up the middle, picking up yardage in chunks.
It's going to bring up about a third and what, about 2.5, 3 yards maybe?
Yeah, you know.
4 yards.
Let's read them off. You know, at left tackle, you've got Jake Gomes. Left guard, Logan Strang. At center, Big Zach Thelk. Right guard, Danny Hammermeister. And at the right tackle, Tristan Kinder, doing a great job up front, tackle to tackle. And that's where the games are won, in the trenches. Third and 4 from the Olympian 14. Marchuk off tackle right.
He's going to come up a little bit short there, I believe, Larry.
Awfully close.
I see the far side ref there with the clenched fist, which usually means fourth down, and he is definitely short.
Well, and without hesitation, I'm sure Coach Federley would go with it.
You had some nice success with that quick-hitting quarterback sneak. I don't see why not. Keep it in the quarterback's hands. Offensive line's doing a great job with the push. That seems to me to be the money play right now.
Yeah.
He's right up in there under center.
Oh, no, mishandled the snap. His knee went down. And I believe that's going to be a turnover on downs. What an unfortunate break for the Knights.
Yep, and that's just, obviously conditions. Your hands are wet, the ball's wet. So you just need that added extra concentration. And unfortunately, on that play, in a crucial, critical situation, the Knights turn it over on downs.
Boy, and the Knights took over at the 32-yard line after a great defensive stand and short punt. And really appeared to be on the march, but just a bad break, like you said. So really, we're seeing this Olympian offense for really only their fifth or sixth play from scrimmage.
Hammermeister put the hammer down on him.
Devontae Drake's tackled for no gain.
Drake's number 2 with the ball.
The Olympians, only had a 2-play, 86-yard drive in their first series, and then their second series was really a series of errors and mishaps and a lot of lost yardage. They fake the jet sweep, counter it back, hit hard. Oh, yeah.
Danny Hammermeister with the defensive stop.
Linebackers so far for the Knights having a great night. Just some solid hits and heads-up play. The defensive line sort of tying up those offensive linemen, which gives the linebacker an opportunity to kind of cut through there.
Well, give Hammermeister credit for staying home, because that was a good misdirection. But then you have a little guy losing his footing like that, and Hammermeister really put the hammer on him. Quarterback on the run, tackled out near the line of scrimmage.
With the stop, Danny Hammermeister.
Stays inbound. The clock will continue to run. We're under 145 in this very quickly running first half. But the Knights will have one more series of offense.
Sorry about that, Larry. Danny Hammermeister, what a series he just put together there.
Great pursuit all over the place. Federley is at his 40 and might want to move up after that last punt. Fell so short. All kinds of time. Another very short punt. And the Knights will have even better field position with just over a minute left to play here in the first half, Jim.
Well, the one thing I'm going to mention is the defense has just played solid except for one play, which can happen to any defense. The defense is setting up this offense. It's time for them to pick up the defense here and make something happen.
Yeah, you know, and we've raved about how the offensive line has asserted themselves. The Knights have really marched up and down the field, but they've only got 2 field goals to show for it. Paulson on the jet sweep to the right side, cuts it up, still on his feet. Down about the 15-yard line.
Nice job there by Paulson following his blockers, and another nifty little, kind of a crafty little play by the young man.
Well, and I love that play, but the best thing he did was, you said it perfectly, he fouled his blockers, he cut up inside of the block and got upfield. The Knights only have one timeout here to use. Inside Gibdro Aurelio off the left guard, spun down about the 10-yard line, but the clock is on the run at about 34 seconds. The Knights are going to have to call a play quickly and get to the line.
They don't seem to be in any hurry here, Larry, which is extremely surprising to me. I'm not sure if they just have that kind of confidence in the offense here or what.
Marchuk on the roll. Intended to Connor Fennerly in the back of the end zone, just overthrown. That will stop the clock with just under 10 seconds left to play. So now they do have time to call one.
Might as well bring out the field goal team.
Again at the Rich Central at the 11-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and 6. But yeah, just under 10 seconds left to play.
Yeah, you can run one play here and then maybe get one more if you're lucky, if nothing bad happens here.
Well, I would think that they may throw another pass into the end zone, and if it falls incomplete, then attempt a field goal. Marchuk rolling left, and he is going to be sacked. The Knights call timeout with just over 2 seconds.
Took him right out of field goal range.
We're going to keep it here through the break. You kind of questioned the play calling and sequence of events there.
Well, it was just clock management, in my opinion. I mean, you had the timeout. You needed to stop it there and then use your passes as your timeouts. But there was 15, 20 seconds that ticked off the clock there in that time between 2 plays.
Well, and that lack of urgency brought up the 3rd down, but with the big sack, puts them all the way back to the 24-yard line.
Hail Mary is all you got left.
Well, and if they were going to go to a field goal, it'd be a 41-yard attempt in the rain from the hash. So with that, the Knights are going to come out in shotgun formation and most likely throw this into the end zone.
Yep.
Green
Central
motions out to the left. Marchuk to the right side corner. That ball hung too long and is intercepted just short of the end zone.
Connor Federley, the intended receiver.
Or falls incomplete. It's irrelevant. So we go to the locker room, tied at 6. We'll be back with the second half after this here on TV 17.
Shabana Lake is a great place to go fishing, and you can do it in style with your TV 17 coupon. You get a motorboat and life jackets, That's an $85 value for only $40 from Lakeside Boat Rental. The offer is good Mondays through Thursdays. And when you're done fishing, stop in next door at the Poconoka Restaurant for a large cheeseburger with fries and a drink. That's a $10 value for only $5 with your TV17 coupon.
If you like pizza, TV17 Coupons has some great deals. How about $20 worth of menu items from Pisano's Pizza in Elburn for $10, or a large cheese pizza with 3 toppings, a $20 value for $10 from Genoa's Pizza in Sugar Grove. Save money. Use TV17 Coupons.
Welcome back, high school football fans. Starting the second half, week 3 action. The Rich Central Olympians take the kickoff out across the 30-yard line.
Good coverage there by the Knight kickoff team there. Good solid hit on number 1 there. He felt that one.
So, Jim, we talked at halftime. That had to be one of the quickest first halves of football seen at Bruce Peterson Field in over a decade.
Yeah, that, I would say, in comparison, the last 5 minutes of the sophomore game took longer than that first half.
You're exactly right. But yeah, largely a ground-oriented game. The Knights moved the ball well between the 20s, but long and short, all they ended up having to show for it was 2 nice field goals converted by Drew Franklin.
Yep, and a chance to go in and score at the end of the first half, and it just didn't come to fruition as Marchuk took a sack, an untimely sack, and the clock just ran out on him.
Well, the Rich Central Olympians capitalize on an 86-yard touchdown pass in their second play from scrimmage, but then from there have been largely ineffective because of a great showing thus far by this Kaneland Knight defense.
Well, I find it a little interesting that they haven't gone back to that same play at least once. I mean, or something similar to that. They've pretty much kept it on the ground here, Larry, and the Knights defense has been up to the task, especially Danny Hammermeister, a.k.a. the Hammer.
That was a direct snap to number 10, Deshaun Kelly. And, it's a bit of an identity crisis here for the Central Olympians because they've had 2 different guys showing up at quarterback, and then they had number 24, Jordan Fuqua, in really kind of a wildcat formation, and there they had motion prior to the snap to Kelly, and it seems to me they're just trying to figure out which offense they're going to run.
I would agree with that, and the second part of that is the field conditions have just gotten so atrocious out there. You can't make a cut on this field right now.
So now the flag, I believe, may have been illegal substitution.
Is that when you put your hand over your heart? Is that signal? I'm not sure. I haven't seen that in so long.
I think that's what it was. Again, with the big personnel change, and now it's number 8, DeCon Ritchie at quarterback, the lefty on the roll, intercepted. Brandon Kigos, Johnny on the spot. Number 51 making a linebacker play there with a big interception for the Knight defense.
Yep, heads up play there. He had his eyes on the quarterback all the way, and I'm not sure who the young man was looking for, but he wasn't there.
Kigos, we talked about how that 51 is just a prototypical linebacker number. He's made some great linebacker plays, slashing in the backfield. There he dropped into the hook zone, read it perfectly, and picked it off.
He's getting some love over there on the sidelines from his teammates as well.
Even more to be a fuck. If you got a kid playing linebacker, that's
just a dent from the helmet.
Some helmet head. So the Knights have great field position here from their own 34.
They need to mix it up a little bit here, Larry. They need to just come up with something a little bit crafty here.
Well, and they've had good success running the ball, mostly by Marchuk in between the tackles. That's a give to Paulson off the right side, out picking up the first down. Ball on the ground. Is that a fumble?
Looked like the ball did come loose. I'm not sure if he was down already. We'll see where they mark it. But, again, a nice job by Paulson following his blockers. I love it. It's just a crafty, smart football move.
Well, and a lot of times you see that inside handoff. Sometimes that run gets strung out. He does a great job, like you say before, cutting it up inside the block. So now the Knights will have 3rd and short.
As they have many times this evening, a manageable 3rd down situation. Will he give it to Aurelio or will he keep it?
They give this to Aurelio up the middle. Finishing that run with authority. Picks up the first down.
Nice job running there and puts his shoulder down at the end to pick up a couple extra, but the reason he was able to get that head of steam up is that offensive line who's done a very nice job at the point of attack tonight.
Well, and I tell you, I think he's listed at all of about 155 pounds, but he runs harder than that because he was going full speed as he got through that line. Fresh set of downs. Ball is snapped off the fumble. Marchuk covers it.
Again, the condition's not great. That was a low snap, and Marchuk took his eye off it. It looked just for a second. And fortunate enough to be able to dive on that.
Well, and remember, the mishandled snap caused a missed 4th and short conversion that was almost going to be assumed, given the great push they've had from this offensive line. So the elements are really showing their effect here throughout the night. Inside handoff to Aurelio off the left side, makes the first man miss, high steps it inside the 10, still on his feet. It's Paulson, I'm sorry. Touchdown! What a great second effort, making people miss, wouldn't give up until he found the cone. Touchdown, Kaneland.
Nothing but effort. That's all you can say about that.
Second and third effort. You talked about how he's crafty as a runner, made the most of his blocks, but then he really made guys miss and just would not be denied the goal line. And how key for the Knights offense to take that turnover and convert it into 6.
Little surprised they're not going for 2 here.
Franklin's point after attempt is up and good. Knights lead by 7, 13-6. Back with the kick after this here on TV 17.
Many years, Peg's on Main Street in Maple Park has provided quality professional hair care for the entire family. Peg and her staff keep up on the latest fashion trends for adults and children. She also carries a wide variety of hair care products for your convenience. And when they're finished pampering your hair, you can walk over and browse around the fantastic on-site gift shop. Stop in anytime at Peg's on Main in downtown Maple Park or give them a call at 815-827-3051.
Your independent Allstate agent in Sugar Grove is David Weiss. David works for you to find the best rates on your home insurance, as well as your auto insurance. He's always looking for ways to help you save money. And so is his friendly, courteous staff. His office is conveniently located on Route 47 and Cross Street in Sugar Grove. Call him anytime at 630-466-7835.
Welcome back, high school football fans, from Bruce Peterson Field here in cold and Maple Park, Illinois. The Kaneland Knights converted a Brandon Kigos interception via a Brandon Paulson touchdown run be denied the end zone. They take the lead by 7. Drew Franklin's kickoff went out of bounds. So the Rich Central Olympians will take over with good field position at their own 35-yard line. So, Jim, we talked about a little bit of an identity crisis that the Olympians showed there on their first offensive series, as they've run a couple different guys at quarterback. They've even run some wildcat formation. Number 8, Daquan Ritchie, the lefty, settling in at the quarterback position out of the shotgun. Inside handoff off the right tackle. Good pursuit and closure by the Knight defense there.
Little misdirection coming right towards the press box there, but the Knights able to react. As it originally, the play looked like it was going to have some muster, but the Knights defense attack. A lot of helmets around the football, which as a fan you can appreciate in these conditions. The Knights defense has played pretty well. Pretty fast, I would say, tonight.
Well, that play just took too long to develop, and give credit to defensive end Leo Arredondo, but then Danny Hammermeister finished him off. Quarterback on the run, and you said it before, never late to the middle. 2 Knight defenders almost intercepted that ball.
Quarterback pretty fortunate on that play not to get picked off again. In that situation, I mean, you might be better served just tucking it and running it, as the Knights had good coverage in the backfield there. I didn't see that play having any opportunity to be completed.
So 3rd and 8 from the right hash. Ritchie, quick hitter in the flat on the far side, runs over the first defender, picks up the first down, fights his way across midfield. What a strong run after catch by number 10, Deshaun Kelly there.
We talked about the effort that Paulson made. Well, that's the same kind of effort that this young man made at the first point of impact. He just said, "I will not be denied," and picked up a nice first down there for Rich Central.
Well, he went kind of a la Walter Payton there, to where I'm going to hit the defender harder than he hits me, and then continue to drive the legs. Big first down for the Olympians. Pistol formation, give to the deep back. Nice penetration by the defensive line. Gomes finally finish him off. You know, we've talked about this Knight linebacker core, from Kiegios to Hammermeister and Gomes, really making their presence known.
46-yard line.
Gomes is just a junior, but he saw plenty of playing time last year as a sophomore, and he's the big man in the middle. And to have Kiegios and Hammermeister on the outside, that's a strong linebacking core. Quick hitter to the far side, complete to Dudley.
That's the play that they ran for the touchdown, but the Knights would have none of it this time. Some good pursuit and a nice tackle, good form tackle there.
Involved with that tackle, Joey Esposito.
I want to say it was 27. That's why.
Isaiah Berenclaw with the initial tackle.
The claw. Our favorite nickname, bar none. 3rd and 11. Straight drop with time. Flush from the pocket on the run. Here to the near side. Complete. Kelly stepping out of bounds, but not enough to pick up the first down. Now, given the punting woes the Olympians had earlier in the first half, I would think they might go for this one, Jim.
Yeah, I would be very surprised if they didn't.
4th and 4 from the Knight 39, and go for it they will. Kelly in motion. Ritchie on the run. Keeper left. Appears to have the first down.
He does.
DeQuan Ritchie with the keeper. 15.
Nice run by design. You know, I think Ritchie is more effective as a runner than as a thrower. He's certainly been inconsistent as a passer from what we've seen so far.
At least downfield, he's been pretty accurate on these flares and these side passes.
Straight drop. Complete to Kelly. Hit hard and drops the ball. Is that a completion and a fumble?
Indeed it is. Wow. Wicked hit there.
And I hope we have a replay because I didn't get a number on the hit. But man, that was a vicious hit out of the Knights secondary, and I think it may have. I would think it may have been Isaiah.
Wicked hit. Good hustle on the recovery too, because there was an Olympian there too that was going to scoop it up.
Oh no.
Marchuk intended for Federley, nearly intercepted.
Should have been. The two teammates ran into each other. It would have been a pick.
Oh, they'd like to have another chance at that, and the Knights dodge a bullet.
Yeah, Federley was open, but the ball was underthrown.
Yeah, hung too long in the air.
Yep.
It's a gutsy call. I mean, deep in your own territory, 2nd and 10 from the 12. This is the play they scored on, inside handoff to Paulson.
Hey, I still don't think we give up on either two. I think especially if we get good.
Picks up about 4, so the Knights will be looking at about 3rd and 6. Deep in their own territory.
This is a big play for the Knights to get out of their own end of the field here. They'd be punting from deep in their own end. If they do not convert here on 3rd down, Knights need to pick this up.
From the Kaneland 15-yard line.
I don't think they have a jersey.
Looks like the Knights have taken a timeout, and so will we. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
No matter what equipment you need for the home or the farm, you can find it at Duquesne Equipment Corporation in Big Rock. Duquesne carries a wide variety of steel products, especially chainsaws for homeowners and professionals. We have a large selection of Honda and Cub Cadet snowblowers to take on your typical Midwestern snowstorm. In fact, 3 Cub Cadet models were named as Consumer Digest Best Buys. We also carry Honda generators to provide power when you need it. We sell Kubota RTVs, one of the best utility vehicles on the market. For the big jobs, we have Gale skid loaders, little giants known for exceptional power and hydraulic performance in small places. And then there's the Versatile Tractor Series. From the versatile 250 seen here with a Landau tillage attached to the powerful 550 tractor. Versatile 4-wheel drive tractors offer the choice of manual or power shift transmissions in most models. We also have a fully stocked parts department, a full-service repair shop, and we offer pickup and delivery service. That's Duquesne Equipment Corporation on Route 30 in Big Rock, Illinois. Call us or visit our website.
So the Kaneland Knights are looking at 3rd and 6 from their own 15-yard line. 3:25 left to play in the 3rd quarter here in Week 3 action. Marchuk on the roll to his right. Throw is just behind a sliding Brandon Paulson. Will bring up a punt situation for the Knights deep in their own territory, Jim.
Yep, that would have been a big one to pick up. Unfortunately, did not convert, and now the Knights are deep in their own end of the field.
Number 14 deep.
Well, and we've talked about the explosiveness and the speed this Olympian team has displayed. DeQuan Dudley back to receive the punt. He'll stay away from that as it bounces and then rolls dead at the Knight 49-yard line. That actually is a break for the Knights, no return.
Yeah, it is. And the other part I was going to say is if you get a turnover, you like to try to put the hurt to the opposing team, and the Knights were not able to do that. Interesting call on the long pass, which was nearly intercepted. That was the first ball thrown over 10 yards the entire game, I believe.
I think you're right, you know, and maybe a little questionable, but if it's complete and he was open, he looks like a genius. Some confusion on the Olympian side of the field here. Late substitution.
He's counting.
And the Olympians call a timeout to avoid a delay of game. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment.
If you're looking for a fun place to bring the kids, look no further than the Sugar Grove Family Fun Center on Route 47. Kids of all ages like to start out on the go-kart speedway. And for the drivers who want a bigger challenge, they can check out the slick track. Then cool off with water cannons you squirt your friends with on the bumper boats. Or load up the water balloons in buckets and sling them at your friends in Water Wars. And let's not forget our modern, fun-filled miniature golf course. Look for us on Route 47 in Sugar Grove between Jericho Road and Route 30.
So the visiting Rich Central Olympians trail by 7. Give to the jet sweep. Oh, man. It's Cantrell Davis tackled for a big loss. Great penetration and swarming to the ball there by the Knight defense.
Yeah, again, good pursuit, which they've shown pretty consistently the whole night. They've shown good penetration and good pursuit.
They're on 43-yard line.
Seeing big number 75, Andrew Cray, back in on the defensive line. He made his presence known in a big way in the first half. Quarterback on the run, floats it over the middle, complete, and still on his feet through the secondary, and in for a score. We talked about Daquan Dudley and his explosiveness. Boy, that ball hung in the air, and he came down, and he made a very athletic play.
Yeah, just, I mean, they don't put a picture on the scorecard. It wasn't pretty, but you put 6 points on the scoreboard, and that's what's important.
Give credit to Daquan Dudley. Really making something happen with his run after the catch. Quarterback is giving him a couple high fives on the sideline. We talked about the speed and the explosiveness this Olympian team has displayed.
Once he gets in the open, he's just not, I mean, you're not going to catch him.
So now we've got DJ Taylor in at quarterback. Give to the deep back. 2-point conversion is good. Olympians 14, Knights 13. We got a ball game on hands,
right
folks.
up the gut, and the Knights defense was not up to the task.
Many jobs today now require your fingerprints on record before you can be considered for employment. Midwest Fingerprinting of Sugar Grove uses live scan technology to get this done. Live scan is the inkless electronic system to capture fingerprint images in a digitized format that can be transmitted to the Illinois State Police for processing. You need this for all kinds of jobs, including school bus drivers, hospital and nursing home employees, car dealers, scrap metal recycling centers, as well as applicants for concealed carry firearms. Just contact Vic Chrissy at Midwest Fingerprinting at 6 South Main Street and give him a call to set up an appointment.
Welcome back, Kaneland Knight football fans. We have a ball game on our hands, folks. Brandon Paulson takes the kick at the 20-yard line. Good coverage by the Olympians. They're all fired up, and they got some momentum in their sails, Jim.
Yep, just nowhere to go there for Paulson, and great coverage by Rich Central there, pinning the Knights back down deep in their own zone there.
Well, and you would expect good kick coverage from a team that has as much speed as they do collectively. So now the Knights trail by 1 with just over 2 minutes left to play. Inside handoff to Paulson, tackled from behind for a loss.
Yeah, they're getting fired up on defense now too, and the penetration by the Rich Central players now is evident as they're catching up with some of these plays in the backfield. And the Knights seem to have stalled here on their last few drives.
That's our old friend momentum.
Indeed.
Putting some skip into the stride of the visiting Rich Central Olympians. Some confusion on the Knight side of the ball. They take their second time out of the half. Back in a moment here on TV 17.
When it's time to choose a tractor, look for quality that stands the test of time. Reliability that can carry you through the tough times. Resale value you can bank on down the road. From one brand that's been working the land for more than 170 years. All backed by the finest dealer network around. John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer.
Hi, I'm Dave Gieske from Buck Brothers in Hampshire. We have 3 other locations to serve you: Harvard, Wakanda, and Libertyville.
Kaneland Knights looking at 2nd and 11 from their own 24. Quarterback draw. Marchuk through the secondary, out across the 40-yard line. Nice call there.
Nice hole up the middle, and Marchuk didn't waste any time getting through it, and a nice pickup there by the Knights. One of their most positive plays of the evening on the ground.
Noticing the footwear of number 3, Evan Jackson. He must play soccer with those lime green shoes. Maybe in the indoor. Marchuk with the direct snap. Defended well. No pickup there. We're under 45 seconds to play. And, you know, we talked about how this game is just clipping along at a quick pace. There may be one more play before the 4th quarter. The Knights will hustle to the line. They're looking at 2nd and 8 from their own 45-yard line. Trips right. Green in the backfield. Marchuk off the right side. Picks up a bunch out near the first down marker.
It's going to
just
be
short.
It's going to be 3rd and short, which, gosh darn it, how many times have we seen that this game?
And that concludes 3 quarters of play. We go to the 4th quarter, trailing by 1. Back after this here on TV 17.
Hodges Westside Truck Center is the place to go if you need a work truck for your business. Hodges offers a wide variety of trucks to meet your needs. And we have 2 locations to serve you, in Marengo and in Elburn. And that's where you can browse around and find the right truck for you. We also service what we sell. We have an excellent parts and customer service department, and we also have a complete workshop to make the repairs you need to keep your truck on the road. Our Elburn facility is located on Main Street, just east of Route 47, and in Marengo, you can find Westside Truck Center on Route 20 Grant Highway near I-90.
Get ready for the fall hunting season by stopping in at JR Shooting Sports.
Stay warm when you're out on the hunt by choosing from a wide assortment of hunting apparel. JR also has a huge selection of guns for the hunt, as well as sports optics. And don't forget to stock up on ammunition because JR Shooting Sports is your fall hunting headquarters.
We're located on Oakhurst Drive in Aurora. And visit us on the web and on Facebook.
Kehrhopper Sports in Aurora has the best selection of sporting goods in the Fox Valley. Just name the sport and they have the gear. From baseball bats and baseball gloves to running shoes, as well as a wide assortment of sweats. We have jerseys of all your favorite teams, including the White Sox, the Cubs, the Blackhawks, the Bulls, and yes, we also have lots of Bear and Packer items too. Plus, we carry apparel from all of our local high schools. That's Kehrhopper Sports on Galena Boulevard in Aurora.
Here to start the fourth quarter, Kaneland Knights looking at 3rd and short from the Olympian, 47. Inside handoff to Aurelio, reaching for the first down and stretching, but they had that fist
short
raised, yep.
Did not make it.
Brings up 4th down for Kaneland.
Boy, he was really reaching and stretching. They not a favorable spot, in my opinion. Boy, I thought
they have it
he
as
was
no
much
gain.
closer.
They have that as no gain.
Yeah, and I thought he was less than a foot away from picking up that first down.
I would punt the ball here.
But that's you, Jim.
You have the whole fourth quarter. Why do you risk giving them phenomenal field position at this point in the ball game?
Defense has played very well with the exception of 2 big pass plays.
Yeah, I think you punt the ball here.
Coach Federley trusting his ground game. Marchuk.
I think he's short.
I think he's got it. He is just short of the 45. And he does pick it up.
That was an unfriendly spot on that last play. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Well, and you know, one thing that I do really respect and admire about Coach Federley is he is a gutsy one when it comes to the play calling. And we've talked about how the offensive line has really asserted themselves, and he trusted them, and they picked up that 1 yard that they needed. They fake the inside handoff to Paulson. Marchuk keeps it. He's down the left sideline, inside the 10, all the way down to the 5.
Yeah, nice run there by Marchuk. Again, the offensive line doing the job in the middle. Nice fake, which really the defense bit. And that enabled Marchuk to get out in the open.
Well,
he's getting a workout in this game, I got to tell you.
Yeah, he is, you know, but I'm really impressed by his running ability. And you know what? No surprise that they bid on that because Brandon Paulson scored on that play, you know, earlier in the game.
Yep, it was set up well.
But yeah, Marchuk did a great job of really putting the ball in the belly, letting it ride and pulling it out. And the hole was there, and he was off to the races. Now the Knights have 1st and goal. Quarterback delay, yep. It appeared he just had a little mishandling of the snap and meant to give a handoff but couldn't.
Yep, he was definitely going to hand that off, and he ended up with the biscuit, and Rich Central was not fooled.
Defender stayed home there. So the loss on the play puts them back a couple. 2nd and goal. Harner, Federley, and Green split to the right. Fake the give. Marchuk on the keep, still on his feet. Pushing and pushing.
It's going to bring up a 3rd and goal.
He never went to the ground, did he? They just stopped his momentum.
Needs about, what, 3.5 there, Larry?
Third down for Kaneland.
3rd and goal from the 4. Paulson in the backfield with Marchuk. 2 receivers split to each side. Pop pass over the middle, intercepted in the end zone. Defender read it like a book.
Yeah, it was not a good pass. I didn't see even a receiver even close to that, and he just sort of floated it. And that was not the time to float one. You needed to kind of drill that, I think. And just like that, the momentum shifts again.
Well, and that, you know, that wasn't late to the middle, but that was soft and high to the middle. And the defender read it, stepped in front of the receiver. It's fortunate that they tackled him where they did, because if he breaks one tackle, he may have gone coast to coast. So the Knights are turned away from a golden opportunity. Give to Fuqua out of the pistol.
You might break this one too if you go with it.
Jake Gomes, number 53 with the tackle. Brings up 2nd and about.
Boy, you can just kind of feel people's stomachs drop. You were expecting a score there, and you know, Drew Franklin had done well kicking field goals, which would have given us the lead. Coming away with nothing really hurts. Fuqua again on a cutback, hit immediately, tackled for a loss.
Yeah, he just the motion was on.
Crayfish.
The play was there for sure.
Big number 75. I don't know I've ever seen a crayfish anywhere near that big. Checking in at 260 pounds, really making his presence known on both sides of the ball. He's the stalwart on the offensive line there, but he's really having a lot of fun defensively as well. 3rd and 6 from the Rich Central 20. Receiver is open and makes a tremendous catch as he falls to his back at the 40-yard line.
Beautiful.
1st and 10 for Rich Central.
Number 4, Desmond Reeves from his wingback position really did a nice job going up and hanging on as he fell flat on his back.
It's a great catch.
Number 18, DJ Taylor, now taking the snaps for Central. Fuqua on a counter out of the deep pistol. Tell you what, he is a dangerous runner. He's got some moves.
Nice pickup of 5 on the play.
I thought he was going to be tackled in the backfield, and yeah, with the spin, made a nice pickup. Again, Fuqua. Hammermeister with the initial hit.
Manageable 3rd down here, and the way the Knights defense have been giving up chunks of yards here, this is definitely doable for Rich Central.
Well, we talked about some of the identity crisis, for lack of a better term, that Rich Central showed to start the second half. They're really settling in with DJ Taylor at quarterback and Fuqua running from that deep pistol tailback position. And that's Fuqua again off the left side with the stiff arm, but Brandon Kegos is nothing doing there, and Kyle Deal comes up and finishes him off.
4 down territory. Knights have to stop him again. I don't see the punter coming out on the field again for Rich Central at this stage of the game.
Well, yeah, I think that Rich Central is averaging about 17 yards in their previous 2 punt attempts, so
They're
certainly should stick with it.
They're going for it.
Dude, I can't hear anything you're saying.
So it'd be interesting to see the play call that they go with here. They've asserted the run game, but they've also had some big pass completions.
Big play here for the Knights defense.
Shuffle right, give to Fuqua, straight up the middle, nothing doing.
Hammermeister with the stop. First and 10.
The hammer.
Hammer Meister. Boy, is he having a game defensively for the Knights.
One of the best defensive games by a Knight I can remember in a long time, individual-wise.
Big turnover on downs, so now with just over 5 minutes to play, the Knights take 1st and 10 from the Central 47. Marchuk with all kinds of time, pressured from behind, finally gets rid of it. Falling just incomplete, a little underthrown.
Yeah, that's where the receiver really needs to sort of come back and help his quarterback when the play develops
Kesslinger Road is closed from Doberman
in that fact.
east of Doberman. You can get to Doberman, but past that you'll have to turn back and go another way to get back to Elburn at this point. If it changes, we will let you know, but Kesslinger is closed.
So this is a huge series for the Knights as we are deep into the 4th quarter. The Knights trail by 1. 2nd and 10, Marchuk with time. Complete to Green. Picks up the 1st down.
Nice play there by Marchuk, finding the open receiver. Again, the offensive line doing a phenomenal job, giving Marchuk the time he needs. But on the flip side of that, Rich Central's done a great job defending our receivers.
Yeah, they have showed good pass coverage in the secondary. Paulson with the inside handoff off the far left side. They shut that down, held contained. There was nowhere to go.
Nothing doing on that. Again, Rich Central with the great ability to stretch the play out, and Paulson just really had nowhere to go.
In hindsight, you almost wish Marchuk would have just pulled that. Because, yeah, they held the contain, and they had Paulson shut down from the get-go. On the roll, here to the right. On the run, overthrown, down the right sideline. Falling helplessly and bringing up 3rd and 13.
Not even sure who that was for, to be honest. I mean, there wasn't a Kaneland receiver anywhere near that pass.
Yeah, it almost appeared like Marchuk expected the receiver to go down, out, and up. He stayed down and out.
Yep.
But you mentioned 4-down territory before. This is certainly 4-down territory because they are out of field goal range, I would think. 3rd and long. On the run. Nearly intercepted at the goal line, falling incomplete, intended for Federle.
More white shirts than black shirts down there, and that would have, I mean, that would have been phenomenal if he would have caught it, but just no chance.
Yeah. Not the first time that actually 2 defenders have tangled themselves up and missed an interception.
Yeah.
So now this is a tough play call here. 4th and 13, just over 3.5 minutes to play. This is a must pick up 4th down if ever there has been one early in this night season. Lots of time, pressured, on the run, hitting the backfield, knocked out of bounds, will not pick up the 1st down.
No, but that's one where Marchuk, you know you're not going to run for 13 yards. You got to just throw the ball. I mean, you got to get rid of it. Your only chance of keeping the ball is making a first down. So, and Marchuk takes another shot.
Ball to the central 30-yard line.
It's just under 3.5 minutes to play and only one timeout for the Knights. This Knight defense has really played pretty well, exception of 2 big pass plays. If ever they needed a 3-and-out series, they need that now.
They need a 3-and-out or a turnover here.
Taylor stays in at quarterback. Give to Fuqua off the right end. They strung that out pretty well. Gomes and company did a nice job defensively there.
Still picked up a few.
Esposito, Gomes and Hammermeister involved with that tackle, brings up second down for Rich Central. At the Rich Central.
Double 5, putting the hammer in the Meister once again. Rich Central taking their time getting to the line.
As they should.
Shuffle right. Fuqua hit by the big crayfish and a late flag comes in. Let's hope it's not a face mask.
Fuqua with the ball, flag on the play.
Looks like he may be waving that off.
Gray with the tackle.
And they are waving it off.
Yep, good penetration there by the Knights. And, you know, they're going to take their jolly old time with the time clock here. And the Knights are in a precarious position with only one timeout. And they'll just let it run.
Well, and I was mulling that over in my head as well. But I think save it for offense. But, yeah, they're going to let it run down, take the delay game.
No, they'll call a timeout.
Yeah, okay.
Timeout, Rich Central.
You're right.
2-minute warning.
We'll take one as well. Back after this.
Attention campers. Attention campers. If you're looking for a new or pre-order travel trailer, camping trailer, fifth wheel, toy hauler, accessible trailer, or destination trailer, go to Vacationland in Big Rock, Illinois. You pay no fees. You're buying an RV, not fees. No freight, no setup, no propane charges, no hookup fees. Just your beautiful new RV ready for family fun. This message was brought to you by Vacationland RV. We sell RVs, not fees. Call us at 630-556-3211 or go to our website, vacationlandrv.com, for more information.
Welcome back, Kaneland High School football fans. 2 minutes left to play, fourth quarter of play, trailing by 1. The visiting Rich Central Olympians have 3rd and 12 from their own 28-yard line. Quarterback DJ Taylor hitting the backfield, nearly lost the ball, tackled for a big loss. If I'm Coach Federley, I'm saying take a timeout here right now. And I think he heard me. We're going to keep it here through the break. I was hoping that's what we would do after a good defensive stop. I knew they didn't want to really put the ball in the air.
Well, the thing is if he didn't take the timeout, they were going to run it all the way down and use their timeout. So you had to, or you're going to lose another, 35 seconds off the clock. So.
Right. Well, and we have mentioned the woes of the Rich Central punter. So I would ask Connor Federley to move up about 15 yards.
Yeah, but then you just may connect on one. So the bottom line is here, you're going to get decent field position, and you're going to have about a minute and a half to work with. But the offense just in the second half, Larry, just really hasn't been able to move the ball.
This may come down to a Drew Franklin field goal attempt, and I see him warming up on the sideline already. Federley at the 45, and another bad punt. That's going to roll dead at the 35-yard line. The Knights will have 139, and they got a shot.
Yeah, I mean, this all you can ask for is a shot, like you said, Larry. You gotta pick up a couple of first downs here, though, and they just haven't been able to do that in the second half. And tip your hat to the Rich Central defense. They've figured out the Knights' game plan, and they've been able to stymie the money plays of the Knights here in the second half.
But I would think also with the shortage of time and no timeouts, Kaneland is going to have to be putting the ball in the air. Marchuk pressure, gets rid of it, complete to Paulson. Pressed out of bounds, which will stop the clock out near that first down marker.
Yep, just a simple little down and out. And Marchuk hit him in stride.
Well, and I would also think if I'm the defensive coordinator for the Rich Central team, I'd be sending a linebacker because Marchuk has had a whole lot of time to pass. They've got good coverage in the secondary, and here it looks like they're coming with the blitz. Swing pass to Aurelio in the flat on the right side.
Looked like a horse collar tackle. And they're not going to get that call, though. But that play doesn't have a chance. Not sure why they're trying that, but just too much speed on this defense. And Aurelio, God bless the kid, but that play will not work at this stage of the game. And you just wasted a down there.
Well, and stayed in bounds, and the clock continues to run. We are now inside of a minute, 3rd and 3 from the Central 29. Marchuk on the roll, trying to buy some time, scrambling back, makes a guy miss, still on his feet. Finally gets rid of it, falling incomplete. Holy scramble.
Very, very fortunate that he wasn't sacked on that play, which would have really taken him out. Now they had at least a chance on 4th down to get a first down here, but this is the ball game right here. They have to convert here. They don't have a timeout. They're going to have to hurry up and call a play and get it in there.
Flashback to Eli Manning in the Super Bowl a couple years ago with the miraculous scramble where he finally got the ball. That's what Jake Marchuk reminded me of there.
Yeah, he did, and, by golly, Green almost caught the ball, which would have been absolutely amazing. I don't know if he would have had the first, but looked like he was a little short of the marker. But this is this is the game right here.
Game is on the line with 4th and 3. They need to pick this up. 45 seconds to play. Quick hitter, complete to Kevin Fuchs, and they pick up the first down.
Just by a hair there. And clock stops momentarily. Knights have to be on the ball here.
Yeah,
this is what I do not understand about that. Their ability to get on the ball when the clock starts. They don't have the luxury of time.
Marchuk on the roll. Complete to Paulson. Oh, say hello to my little friend. He got a number pasted on him, but he hung on.
Gotta spike it here.
Stays in bound. Clock is running.
Spike it.
And Marchuk will spike it with just 11 seconds. Now, one shot to the end zone before a Drew Franklin field goal attempt.
Yeah, they don't have any timeouts. Or you bring Franklin in now.
I throw it to the end zone one time. It's all you need is 2 seconds left on the clock.
Well, the clock has to be stopped. You just have to hope that whatever happens, it's either a score or it's
incomplete. Gutsy call, but we've talked about no shortage of guts when it comes to play calling with Tom Federley. Marchuk quickly here to the near side, gets out of bounds to Mitchell Green.
And they're bringing in the field goal.
As they should. As well they should. So Jake Marchuk is going to put the ball down at about the 15-yard line. No, at the 20. This is going to be a 30-yard field goal attempt from the right hash. And the Rich Central Olympians are going to try and ice him. Let's keep it here through the timeout, Jim.
They iced him.
So, we've really seen a great ball game so far, and it's going to come down to this.
Yeah, it comes down to one play, which is pretty it's just pretty appropriate for a football game like this. And either way, it was a great game to watch.
Well, and
very exciting.
We talked about it in the open and throughout the early moments of the game, not really knowing what to expect, but never would I have said it's going to come down to a Drew Franklin field goal, third of which he'll be attempting on the night.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that either. It's, you know, and a timeout by the opposing coaches to try to ice the young kid, and let's see if he has ice running through his veins.
So it all comes down to this.
Yep, the snap, the hold, and the kick.
Snap is good, spot is down, kick is up.
No good.
Wide right. Just wide right.
Really, really close.
What a heartbreaker. What an absolute heartbreaker.
Yeah, just a little to the right. 3.7 seconds left.
Wait a second.